All right. Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. Hopefully, you guys are having a blessed day. Market, it was nice, smooth today. Overall, did take a loss on one of my trades, but it's all good, and it goes back to the three pillars of success: staying consistent to your plan, trading your vehicle, and using proper risk management. You're never going to win 100% of your trades, and that's okay. But taking the next setup, the next qualified setup, that is what's going to pay the bills, and that is what you do time and time again. I'm going to show you today how I day trade, how I swing trade, and how I invest. But more importantly, the same trades that I called out, I'm sharing with you. We call out live in our trade room each and every day. So what this recording is meant to do is show you how easy and simplified trading can be, right? Second off, if you took this with me and or you might have missed an entry and or give you the confidence of why I'm calling out some of the things that I call out, then that's why I kind of do this. So when I first started in 2016, I really didn't have someone to do the things that I try to do for you guys, and I try to do what I feel would have helped me succeed a lot faster instead of taking the long way, for 2.5, 3 years. With that being said, I'm grateful for the path that I was put on, and praise to the Most High for where we at today. So, and I feel we just all getting started and warming up, and hey, you gotta have faith. So, with that being said, I trade stock options and futures, and I buy shares in the stock market. Also buy major crypto coins for investments. So today I'm going to show you how the options and futures that I called out worked today, and even show you the loser because, hey, I want to show you that I do take losses as well. Some people say, man, you're good at what you do. Do you ever lose? I'm like, hey, I do lose trades, We all do. And if someone tell you that they don't, they're not telling you the truth. So let's rock and roll. First chart, right? I'm feeling good today. We got the smiley face. This is ES Futures, a simple pattern that we have. We have multiple patterns built within our proprietary softwares because we're all uniquely different. We all have different risk preferences. So you got to understand what you're trying to do and your risk preference, and there's going to be a vehicle for you to follow suit. Today's lesson or quick recap, I'm going to show you how I use Swingmaster Pro AI and the Profit Pivots AI to take high probability trades. So coming into the market, you can see right here, we hit one of our pivots, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so that you could see, just so you could see, right, with your eyes. And we hit this pivot here. So I said we have a good signal planning to play out if we break down right there. And what do you see? Bang! In 2 minutes, you could have profited 890 down here to 882. That's about $400 net profit. There's an easy $100 to $200 move right there for you to take. So that was our first trade in the books, right? And now I'm going to scroll this back. I try to get most of my trades done for the team in the first 30 to 45 minutes or sooner. If you get one good trade like this first one, you don't got to take any more for the day. Why put additional risk on the table? Get one or two winning trades and be done. Compound that and come back tomorrow and do the same thing. Once you learn to do that, you consistently grow your account, you can scale up, and then you make more money. So if you come in and make $50 to $100 a day, that's good. And then next month or next couple weeks, you scale up to $100 to $200 a day, trading the same plan and same pattern. 6 months from now, you might be making $500 to $1,000 a day, trading the same exact time in less than an hour a day. So my goal is to get green, stay green, and go enjoy my day. I don't want to be sitting here at my computer chair all day long because time is money, So for me personally, I'd rather make $500 to $1,000 in 30 minutes than make $2,000 and be in my chair for 8 hours during the day. But, it's really up to the individual user. My trading personality, I love to trade the open for the quicker moves. So by nature, I have a tendency to kind of get away from the scalps and things in the afternoon session, So anyway, back to this. Our next qualified setup, we got one winner, one ES. We came up here, we hit this pivot line, Here's a breakdown. Here was your second ES pivot trade, right? And there was a good winner right there. And then look, that was 15 minutes in the market. Two winning trades, you could be done. Then we come down. If you took this one, with it being this big, you got your break right here, and this will be your stop out. If you weren't happy with the $100 it's giving you right there, you were still holding this trade until about right down there, till it actually hits your 1-to-1 of what you're willing to lose to what you're willing to make, right? So that would be your third winning trade, and you'd be done because you'd be out of that trade by 10:15, 10:30 time. If you were still trading, and some people still were, I like to share setups that are presenting themselves. We had another setup right there that was enough for a couple $100. We had another setup right here, which I took. Here's my stop out, and it bounced on me, came back. And for those that missed that one, they got in right here, and they were getting ready to go risk free as I'm back to break even. And that was my last winning trade right there. And that solidified me for the first 45 minutes of the day. So ES for me was able to generate me 3 winners for the day, and I was happy. All right. The next trade we got, or the next chart we have over here, where now the smiley face moved, kind of like Elf on the Shelf. We got a smiley face in the box. You know, I'm just kidding. Same setup. Coming in here to NQ, right? We had a pivot break right down there. I took it. This doggone thing pushed down and came up, got me out with like 10 or 12 NQ points. Then this thing ended up pushing down 770 to 690. Basically 80 NQ points in 2 minutes. And that's trading a qualified setup pattern. So that was another winning trade I was able to get. The next one came right here on this pivot break. We hit the pivot. Here was a breakdown. Boom. There's another one. Here's another pivot trade right there. Boom. There's another one. Then as price resets back up, you could have taken this breakdown right there. There's enough. All those trades are enough to get you 10 to 20 NQ points, and you get to go risk free. So there, that was about the 10-15 mark. NQ was great. Now we come in here to our CL chart, right? And this trade, we wanted to take a breakdown right underneath our pivot. You could have taken that, but coming into the market, we had a different strategy we got in. I took some puts right here and took it straight down here to this pivot point, and I was able to capture a little bit of that CL drop right there. Didn't get much, but got like 4 cents on that one. So it's all good, you know. With that being said, futures was a great day, and that's exactly how I was able to make almost $800 in less than 45 minutes today, trading the same plan, same pattern over and over and over again. Now coming to the options trades, right? Coming over here. Now look at our smiley face. It's moving to a new box. All right. Tesla, our first 5-minute bar. We had a green bar. I wanted to break out right there, and guess what? It went the opposite way. So then we have a 5-minute bar, hit our pivots. I want to take a breakdown right there. Here was a breakdown we called. I got a piece of this one, and boom, there we go. That was a good one. Obviously, I got stopped out way too soon because entered it here, and look where it's at right now. So I'm going to put a sad face down there. I'm just kidding. You can't ever be mad with the green bag because there's a lot of people who struggle to even get green bags, and that's kind of our joke in the room. So Tesla on the option side was great for me. Now, coming in here to where I want to show you where I took the loss, right? SPX today, this is our lotto system that we trade. We did recently get off an 18-day win streak, but yesterday I took a loss on that, and today it flaked me out, and this is how I navigated it today. The candles were green. I wanted to take this breakout right here because I thought we were going to push to the upside enough to give me some profits, and guess what? It simply said, not today. It pump faked me, and I ended up taking a loss right there. What I did say, if you like to be super aggressive, you could take your puts, and as you can see, look where we're at right now. Bam, you got all your money back plus some. If you took that, and if you're not, just come back tomorrow with our one trade a day, and this is a unique system by itself, right? The power behind this is we use our AI Lotto high and our AI Lotto low as a options strike that we're looking to take in the mornings, right? So if we get a breakout or a breakdown, the true heat inside of this strategy is using the lottos. We're very good at what we do, but we don't win every single one of them. So full transparency, I believe I took about a $600 loss $550 loss on SPX after the contract's price 600. But on Tesla, I was able to get about $225. So now my loss on options was $400 today, but my futures bag was, like I said, about $800. So I'm still green overall. Did I hit my 1K a day? Not today, but I'm still green overall, and that's all that matters. So full directness, I took the loss on this one, but if you come back to other days, I was able to get a winner here, and I go back and show you 19 or 18 days before that. So over the last 20 days, I'm 18-2. That's a good probability I'm willing to play out each and every day. So very powerful. All right. Now on this same chart, we're going to type in something completely different, and we're going to look up. Let's look up the Qs, which is the Nasdaq. That's how I day trade, right? Just two techniques or three techniques I shared with you. I'm going to show you how you can swing trade using the same tool and same repeatable pattern, right? When you swing trade, you can take a buy. When our trend changes from red to green, you get a buy right there. And you could take a nice qualified buy, and look what happens. Over time, price floats to the upside, all right? Now, look at this trend. It's pushing up this whole time. That's one swing trade you could take, which has on Qs, the probability, it was at 86. It's at 84.9 right now. So what that means is we don't win 100% of our trades. You must use proper risk management. You must stay consistent, right? Now, here's another pattern that a lot of people like to trade, and this is what it looks like. Green candle, green arrow, price floats up. 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 Green candle, green arrow, price is stalling out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 winning trades, and you're in one right now if you trade this pattern. So let's just say it's a loss, right? 8-1. That is what, an 85, 86% probability? That's great odds. If you put in $1,000 with every single one of them, and you win $250 and you lose $250, you really can't be upset, because look at your look at the calculator here. Let me see what screen it went to. I'm a visual guy. Let's pull up the calculator, and you have 8 winning trades of $250. $250 times 8, that's $2,000. We just lost $250, which we didn't yet, but let's just say we did. Guess what? You just made $1,750. You've grown your account 75%, taking the same pattern, same setup in, when we start this, August 22nd, that's a month and a half. So you just grown $1,000, $750 with one pattern. Now, let's not take in consideration this trade right there probably went 75 or 100%, right? So I'm just undershooting it purposely just for today's education. So that's how we swing trade, right? And there's other different techniques we have with debit spreads and some iron condors and a couple other things that we do. But this is just one pattern that we take, and we work together inside of our group and share when we do get green candle, green arrows. So we link arms and work collectively together. Now, let's talk about investing standpoint. Let's come down here to the weekly time frame, right? And let's shoot this back. How the heck do we invest, all right? Well, look at it like buying houses. You hold it, and over time, it increases in value in great companies. The Qs, if it goes to zero, a lot more companies are going to zero because the Qs ETF makes up a lot of the major companies inside of the NASDAQ, right? So let's say you have $1,000, right? And you put in $1,000 on this buy, and we have another buy right there. You put in 1K, right? And it's your investment. 303, it goes up here to 450 right here. Let's see, right there. So that's up 50%. So you have $1,500 right here. You have something to take in consideration, right? And this would be your entry line. Way right there. I would recommend selling out, letting $500 go for free, and now you got 1K back in the side. You just grown your account 50%, right? Then You wait for another buy, you get another buy. It brings your cost average up to about right here. And you put $1,000 into this. Now you have $1,500 into this trade. Well, if your cost average is right here about 375, half of that is what we'll just say half of that is we'll just say we'll undercut it. Let's say your $1,500 up here is worth 2K, which is worth more, but it's at 2K. Guess what I'm about to tell you. Sell out, bring 1K back to the bank, and let 1K ride. Now you're invested in the Qs for free, house money, using a high probability investing method over time. All right. Now we come into a random symbol. Let's go to XOM, which is ExxonMobil, and we do the same exact thing right here. Right. Let's pull this back, and we can see when we get our buys. So same setup. Let's say we put in 1K right here. Right. Well, what's this entry? It's at 40. Right. As 40 goes up here to 80, this thing's still pushing up. Your 1K is worth 2K right there. Sell out, bring 1K back, and let 1K ride. As it keeps pushing again way up there, your 1K might be worth 1,500 or 2K again. And we could say, well, let's just say it's at 2K, sell out, let 1K ride, and now you have another buy, and you had you had $100. So let's say you put in 1K still in, you have 2K in the account. Now you're taking 1K back out, which brings it to 1K. But at this buy, we now have 2K into the market, and our first entry was right there. Second entry's there. It brings our cost average up to about 70. So then your 2K up here at the high of the day, if it goes up to 70, half of that is $35. So 70 plus 35 is 105. It's at 120. So we're just going to say it went up 50%. Your 2K is worth 3K right there. Sell out, bring 2K back to the pot, right? Now you have 1K for free here, and you have 1K for free in the Qs. Now also keep in mind, right? Keep in mind, as you hold these shares, every single one of these 4 blue dots, that's about 5%. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You just made an extra 25% of free shares or money going back in your account for holding what is called a dividend, right? So now we got 1K in XOM, 1K in Qs, and we got 2K set off to our account size. Then you sprinkle in a little bit of crypto, right? Everybody knows what crypto is. This is Ethereum. We have a buy right here. We have a buy here. We have a buy right there. Here you put 1K into the trade. At $8, it goes up to 16. Here's 2K. Sell out. Bring 1K back. You got 2K in the account. Up here, your 1K is now 2K again. Sell out. Now we have 3K. While we're still riding, right? Then we get a buy right here. And then you put in another 1K. So now you got 1K and 1K still riding. You have 2K in the position, and you got 2K up here. Then it goes against you. You get another buy. You can put in another 1K. Now you have 3K. Here's 1 buy. Here's 2 buy. Here's 3 buy. Now your average is about $20 a share, and we have 3K invested into this. Well, it goes up here to 40, right? You're up 100% of your investment. So now your 3K, right, is worth 6K up here. Guess what I'm about to tell you? Sell out, let 1K ride, and now we have 1K plus 5K. Now we got 6K on the side, while we have 1K in Ethereum, 1K in Qs, and 1K in XOM. So now we're sitting into an account that has 6K, and guess what? We'll find another company to do that. That's how you invest with an edge. Another thing I like to tell people is this. If you don't ever take profits on your investments and you buy here with 1K, and your 1K goes up here and it's worth 5K, and it comes back down here, your 1K is worth $1,200 right there. Guess what? When you saw 5K up here in your account, right, it's not doing you no good until you sell out and grow it onto the side because you don't have true power of that. So you must always take profits on your investment, and we can always get back in. You can always keep a little piece in, but your account doesn't grow just letting it sit there forever, right? That's just my opinion. So that's how I invest. I just showed you how I day trade, how I swing trade, and how I invest using the same pattern, same system same setup. And that's just one trading vehicle that I showed you. We have multiple ones for each individuals. So just do me a favor. If you're watching this recording, share in the comments where you're watching this from. I want to know where you're watching it from. And if you're interested in this, just comment BMT or Beast Mode in the comments, and I will personally respond back, and I will send you and give you my email, and we can discuss what your best path to success is, right? So with that being said, you guys have a blessed one. Catch me on the next one. Beast Mode out.